Okay, welcome back to another episode of Drop It Like It's Scott. And this is a new style of show, which I am going to call Thank God It's Monday. And it's a bit of a salute, a tribute to someone I've been watching for a very long time, and that's E.T., the hip hop preacher. I've totally stole this name from him. This is not to necessarily copy him word for word, but it's more like he inspired me for years with his TGIM videos. And this is me picking up that ball and running with it and using that name very intentionally. So hopefully he's not offended if he comes across this once I get as big as him. But so every Monday, I'm going to do a show like this. This is called Thank God It's Monday, TGIM. And I'm going to go through a topic each Monday to help you get in the right headspace to hopefully inspire you and get you moving for the week ahead. And today, I picked the topic of just start. And the reason why I did that is because it's something that I wish I would have done years ago. Here I am, you guys, if you're listening to this, it's a podcast. I'm not sure where you're listening to it. Is it on Spotify? Is it on YouTube? Is it other places where you listen to your podcast? I'm not too sure. But years ago, I had always wanted to start a podcast. And I recorded 4 or 5 episodes of that podcast, and I never actually released it. Life got busy, work got busy, things just got in the way, and I didn't do it. But now I am doing it. I'm just starting. I wish I would have done it. This was, I think, the podcast I'm referring to. I think I recorded it originally in 2017. When I record this right now, it's towards the end of April 2024, so 7 years later. Just imagine what kind of audience I could have had I just stuck with that. Just think of that. 7 years. Even if I was recording a podcast every other week. So just to make it easier, let's break it down to 25 a year, 25 episodes a year times 7 is 175 episodes. I'd be approaching 200 episodes if I just would have started. So I'm going to go over 3 things to help you just get started. But first, before I do that, there's a quote from Mark Twain that I love that talks about just getting started. And it is, the secret of getting ahead is just getting started. Okay? So the secret of getting ahead is getting started. So, what are some of the things that maybe get in our way so that we don't just start? Well, first off, overthinking has been an issue for me for sure in various parts of my life. I'm always thinking. I'm stuck in my head a lot of the time. Even though I feel what direction I should be moving within my heart, I get caught up in my head thinking about things. So just don't get stuck in your head. Choose action over inaction and just start with small, manageable tasks that you can accomplish to start your day, to start your week. And we'll talk about what that can do for you in terms of momentum in a couple of minutes here. But the second thing I want you to do after you've focused on just getting some simple movement going, taking small, simple action, I want you to embrace imperfection. Don't get caught in that trap of trying to make everything perfect. Just embrace imperfection. And this is another thing I've struggled with in my day job for sure, which is I don't want to let the people down that I report to. And I get caught in the idea that everything needs to be perfect upon delivery. Well, that's not necessarily true. In fact, as my career has progressed, I've recognized that you almost want to make things somewhat imperfect. You don't want to produce a piece of junk, but there's some brilliance behind getting something to 80% so that people feel like they're a part of the process, so that they feel like they can provide feedback, so that they feel like they were a part of that creation process. So shoot for whatever it happens to be, 70, 80%, and just put it out there and get some feedback. Create and then iterate. I I've been talking a lot in the monetized life community lately about just create. Even if it's 10%, at least you can improve on something. If you never create, then you can never improve. If you think about me in that podcast back from 2017, I never gave myself a chance to improve on it. If you've listened to any other episodes of Drop It Like It's Scott, I do it raw. I don't edit. I might change that at some point along the line to make it look a little cleaner so people hear things a little cleaner, I guess is the better way of putting it. But it's been an intentional decision to not edit and just go raw. I'm hoping it will help you develop a better relationship with me, but also it's just one less thing for me to make an excuse about and get caught up in the perfection trap. Okay, so embrace imperfection. So, first up, break down barriers of overthinking. So, just take tiny actions to get through that overthinking. Embrace imperfection is our second thing. And third, I want you to build momentum. And this goes back to point number one. Just take those tiny little actions. Each small step will take you closer to the next one. Celebrate the small victories along the way so it adds a bit of fuel. But just take those small steps forward to start building some momentum. I talk a lot about morning routines and setting up a powerful morning routine so that you can collect a bunch of easy wins at the beginning of your day, because that momentum will carry you into the bigger things that you need to do each day and make it so much simpler for you. And that momentum will just help you tackle those big things when they pop up. The things you've planned, but even more so, the stuff that just pops up throughout the day. Okay? So build that momentum, build that powerful morning routine to help you be able to take on the day. Okay? So those are 3 points that I wanted to share with you this morning. Thank God it's Monday. And just go out there and just start.